Vicki, what the heck is your problem, huh? Why the heck were you out walking with our professor? You better explain yourself right now. Just what are you up to, huh? What business do you have talking with him, huh? Who do you think you are? I want answers, and I want them now! Professor? Natasha, I'm sorry, but I have no idea who you're talking about. I'm being honest here. I have no idea about what this could possibly be about. I am talking about Professor Gray! I saw you two go all the way to your house and he walked you in, so what was up with that? Hold on a second. I didn't know that you knew Ricardo. He's actually my fiancé, but where did you two meet? Hold on a second. You're telling me that the two of you are going to be getting married? Is that really what you're trying to say to me right now? Yeah, of course. But as you know, I still live with my parents, so the last time he came over was to meet them for the first time. I had no idea that you and Ricky actually already knew each other, though, but I guess you do because you already knew he's a professor. You got to be kidding me! I really just can't believe what I'm hearing! You're telling me Professor Gray is really going to be getting married? And to you of all people? Hey, come on! What kind of way is that to talk about me getting married? I bet you're pretty shocked though, huh? I mean, I guess I can't blame you, but after all, we have been keeping things pretty quiet between the two of us. I mean, we've known each other for so long, but you know, you haven't even said congrats once to me about this. Oh, give me a break! You really think that I would ever congratulate you for this? There's no way that I can believe what you're trying to tell me. And the reason for that is because I'm going to be the one to marry Ricardo, not you! So let me have him! I will make him mine! Wait, what? What are you talking about? What do you mean that you're going to be the one to marry Ricardo? This doesn't make any sense at all. Didn't you read any of the messages that I just sent you? I am talking about Professor Ricardo Gray, of course. He should be engaged to me, not you, so hand him over. Why would he even want to marry someone like you in the first place? He clearly is much more suited to be with someone like me instead of you. This doesn't make any sense to me. I seriously have no idea what you could possibly be going on about at all right now. This just doesn't make any sense to me one bit. I'm sorry, Natasha, but I really have no idea what you're talking about at all right now. Are you actually saying that you and Ricky are engaged? I don't have to give you my life story. You just need to hand him over to me. I refuse to let you get away with marrying him. I've always loved Professor Gray, and I'm the only woman good enough to be his wife, got it? So just get away from him and give him to me! Ricardo, you have got some serious explaining to do. I am serious. What the heck is going on here? I mean, really, I want answers, and I want them now, because I have to say that I am not happy one bit.
Whoa, Vicki, what's going on? Is everything okay? Is this about something that happened when I was at your place today? Is everything okay?
That is not what I'm talking about, and you should know that. My parents were over the moon to meet you. They were so pleased that I'd finally met such a nice, smart, charming man, and then you go around and do this to me. You see, the thing is that I just got some very upsetting messages from an old friend of mine, and they were about you, actually.
You got some upsetting messages? Were they about me? Which friend is this? What are you talking about? Please, Vicki, you're not making any sense at all right now. Can't you just tell me what's happening first?
It's a friend I've known since we went to school together. Her name is Natasha, and I think that you might know her. Or at least, she sure made it sound like you two have gotten pretty close to one another. In fact, she was telling me how you were her fiancé, not mine. So tell me, Ricardo, which is it? And don't you lie to me. I want to know the truth.
Wait, what? Someone actually said that to you? Was she being serious? I can't believe that someone would say something like that. Just who does she think she is?
I don't know. I mean, she knew who you were, so I'm just confused and want to know what's going on here. Please, I just want answers. Can you just be honest with me and tell me what you think could possibly be going on right now? How do you two know each other? What is this all about? I'm so confused, and I feel so hurt, and I just don't know how I should even be reacting right now.
Vicki, I'm really sorry, but I'm pretty confused here. I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about. I do know a girl named Natasha, but if you're telling me that she's been your friend this whole time, that's pretty surprising to me.
Well, you should know that she kept calling you Professor Gray and not by your name. So did you ever have a student named Natasha or something like that? I know she was taking college classes as early as when we were back in high school.
Oh, really? So then she might actually have been at the college longer than I'd expected.
Yeah, we were together through middle school, but then we ended up going to different places for high school, you see. We thought that we were going to end up at the same school together, actually, but things didn't turn out that way. But anyways, she was always pretty sharp, and the school had a program to send students to college class if they were advanced enough.
I see. Well, okay, so we'd be thinking of a student I might have had back when you were just finishing high school. I don't know, I was teaching a lot of classes back then to be able to make ends meet. I just really am not sure I'd be able to remember a specific one.
But Natasha was saying that you and her were engaged. Surely you should be able to narrow it down from that, right? I mean, how many students do you have with a name like that? I mean, did you ever go out with a former student or something like that? I know that sometimes professors do that, so I don't care if you did, but I just want to know the truth so that I can start to understand what the heck is happening here.
Of course not! You know that I would never, ever do that, and that I'm not that kind of person at all. I might have gotten chocolate from some students on Valentine's Day or something like that, but you know the high standards that I hold myself to, and I would never do something like what you're implying. You have to know that I'm not that kind of person at all, and that I would never abuse the position that I was in while I was teaching. I had hoped that we'd at least gotten to know each other well enough for you to know that that's not the kind of man that I am at all.
Yeah, I didn't think that you really had it in you to do something like that. I just want to see how you'd react.
Well, if that was supposed to be a joke, then it wasn't very funny. Teachers have a duty to help educate their students, and they shouldn't take advantage of the position they're in to be in inappropriate relations with them.
Okay, I'm sorry. I wasn't even serious when I suggested it. It's just that it's what Natasha was saying to me. I'm sorry, you really don't deserve this, but I just felt so confused, and I guess I just panicked. I'm really sorry, because I just feel really confused, and I'm not sure what I should believe right now.
Well, okay. The next time I go into the office, I'll look through my records and see if I can't find someone with that name. But I guess I'll be going back a while.
I really am sorry to ask you to do all of that, but it would be a huge help to me if you did. I know that it's a lot, but I think it would go a long, long way in helping me calm down and be able to think through this situation a lot more calmly. I get that this is probably just nothing, but I just don't think I'm going to be feeling okay until I understand what's going on.
Well, don't worry. I get why you'd be worried about someone saying something like this, and if it's gonna put your mind at ease, then I don't mind doing this at all. So I'll check tomorrow and let you know what I find, if I find anything at all, that is. But anyways, for the time being, I hope that you're able to take a step back and catch your breath. We'll get through this, so just be patient and I'll let you know about things soon, okay?
I knew it! I knew that Professor Gray liked me more than he liked you, and that's why we're going to be getting married! Again with this? What are you talking about this time, Natasha? Why do you always have to keep bringing this up? I mean, really, why can't you just mind your own business and just leave me alone already?
I'm just saying that after I talked to you, I got a message from the professor. I told him how unfair he was being marrying another girl when I like him so much. I told him all about how I've been head over heels for him ever since I met him in high school, and he told me that he felt the same, and that's why we're going to be getting married.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I really think there has to be some mistake here. Ricardo would never say something like that.
I get why you wouldn't want to believe what I'm telling you, but I'm only being honest. Nothing is going to change the fact that Professor Gray proposed to me. I guess you must be in absolute shock right now, right? Should I call an ambulance? Are you on the floor? I wonder if you can even respond to these texts with the way that I probably just knocked you straight to the ground with that bombshell.
Oh, I don't think that'll be necessary, but I am curious why you have his number in the first place. I mean, really, what is your angle here? What are you trying to get at by behaving in this way?
Oh, come on. You do know that I was a former student of his, right? So of course I would have his phone number. It's not that hard to find.
And so you're telling me that you and Ricky were talking and that he proposed to you? Is that really the story that you were telling me that I should be believing right now?
That's right. I'll be honest. I reached out to him, not the other way around, but he still proposed. And that's really all that matters in the end. And that's why I'm the winner and you're the loser here.
Yeah, somehow I really don't think that's how things went. He didn't propose to you and you two aren't getting married.
You really need to snap out of this. I get that it's hard to digest for you, but there's no point in lying to yourself. Professor Gray and I have known each other ever since I was in high school, and I know he's liked me ever since then. Why else would we be getting married?
I think it was probably the other way around. I think that you liked him ever since you were in high school. You probably first met him when you were on the program to take college courses while you were still a high schooler. Isn't that right? But I really don't think that you've ever stopped once to think about how all of this might be making Ricky feel. In fact, I think that you've probably just been projecting your feelings about him onto him without any consideration at all for the wider situation around you. In other words, I think that you've just been missing the forest for the trees, and that's all I think is going on right now.
You don't know what you're talking about! Sure, it's been some time since we last saw each other, but he was my first love, and I told him as much when I was his student! He told me that he appreciated my feelings, but that it would be inappropriate for a student and teacher to be in a relationship. So don't you get it? That was his way of telling me to come and find him when I was more grown up, and now 10 years have passed, and I'm finally ready to marry him. When I saw you with Professor Gray, I knew that it was fate using you to bring us closer together. You have no idea what you're talking about, and I do, and that's final. So why don't you stop running your mouth about things that you don't know about?
Do you really think that fate wants you to steal my fiancé from me? This isn't something that I don't know about. In fact, I think between you and I am probably the one who is much more aware of what is going on here than you are. To me, you are just coming off as completely delusional.
Well, of course I think that fate is pushing us together like this. Do you really think that you are more in the know than I am? Haven't you ever watched a romance movie? There's always some kind of messy love triangle, but the mysterious girl from the past always gets the guy. Besides, I'm only doing what Professor Gray told me to do. I'm coming back to find him now that I'm not longer his student. This is finally our chance to be together. And that's why I told you that him and I were already engaged to be married. There's nothing you can do to change this, so you might as well just accept it and move in. It would make things easier for everyone if you quit trying to hang out to the desperate fantasy you're living in right now.
I didn't hear you once tell me how he proposed to you. You just jumped to that conclusion all by yourself.
Come on, just think about it. Or maybe you're just blinded by jealousy and can't see the point I'm trying to make.
What point? You haven't demonstrated or proven anything. You just keep saying that you two are engaged and saying that it's fate doing all of this. That means nothing to me or anyone with half a brain. You can't actually be serious about this, right?
Now, there's no need to get so upset. Of course, I can't really blame you. After all, you've already introduced him to your parents and everything. I bet you never in a million years thought I'd be the one to steal him from you, but I'm sorry. It's like I said, I'm only doing what he told me to do.
He never told you to stalk him and try to marry him in 10 years' time. I mean, really, why can't you take a step back and realize that the way that you're behaving right now is just completely irrational? None of what you're talking about makes any sense at all.
You know, this really is just getting sad. I had hoped that you'd finally snap out of this and face up to reality. The fact is that we're fated to be together, and now it's finally all coming to fruition. I am so sorry to steal him from you so close to getting married, though.
Well, you should know that I'm already with Ricky on our honeymoon right now. So there, what do you think about that? What does your star-crossed lover fantasy have to say about that, huh?
Wait, what? What are you talking about? I don't understand what you mean when you say that the two of you are on your honeymoon right now. That doesn't make any sense to me at all.
I'm talking about the fact that you don't know what you're talking about in the slightest, but you've really upset me with all of these messages, and you've basically ruined this honeymoon.
But wait, you two are on a honeymoon? Doesn't that mean that you two are married then? That can't be right, because if you've been paying attention to what I've been telling you at all, you would know that it's Professor Gray and I who are supposed to end up getting married.
That's right! We are on our trip together. That is what I've been trying to tell you this whole time. I've been trying to explain to you that you have just been talking nonsense this entire time. We got married last week, if you must know, and we just left for our honeymoon today.
Hold on a second. How could this happen? What do you mean you two got married last week? None of this is adding up at all. You really need to snap out of this and start living in the real world, Vicki. It's honestly sad that you're really trying to pass this off as real to me.
I mean just that. We introduced each other to our families, and then we realized there wasn't really any point in waiting any longer. So we went to the courthouse and we had our wedding officiated last week. We both already agreed that we're not really interested in a big wedding ceremony. So instead, we've just put all that money towards our honeymoon instead. Does that make sense to you now? Do you finally realize what is going on here? Do you understand just how delusional you've been acting?
So then, you two really left to go and be on your honeymoon yesterday? And you're telling me that you're really with Professor Gray right now?
Well, I wouldn't call him Professor Gray, but yes, if you must know, I am on my honeymoon with my husband. Understand? We both happen to have time off this week, and there were some good deals for tickets online. So we're spending the next few weeks traveling all over Europe.
This can't be happening. I refuse to believe it. You've got to be lying to me. Professor Gray was supposed to marry me, not you. You two can't be on your honeymoon. That's supposed to be my honeymoon. He's supposed to be my husband. What is going on here?
I've told you what's going on, but you refuse to listen to what I have to say. I tried over and over and over again to explain that nothing you were saying at all was based in reality, but you just refused to listen to me at all. I don't know what else I could have possibly tried to get you to see the truth. But he's literally sitting here next to me reading these messages, and he said that he never got any messages from you. I really think that you need to go and get some professional help if you've been making this all up this whole time. I mean, you can't even tell the difference between reality and your insane fantasies.
I'm not crazy, and they aren't fantasies. Professor Gray and I were supposed to be getting married. You're the one ruining everything. He proposed to me. We were meant to be together. Why are you doing this to me? How could you just betray me like this? You're just a terrible homewrecker is what you are. I found his number and I reached out to him. Are you telling me that I wasn't even talking to the right person?
I'm sorry, Natasha, but I think the number you got for me was just a number at the university I work at. You never had my personal cell phone number to begin with. And frankly, I would never try to make it that easy for a former student to get in contact with me like that to begin with.
Wait a second. Are you Professor Gray?
That's right, it's me. I believe you took some classes of mine through the Advanced Studies program at your high school?
Oh my gosh, it's been so long. We're finally getting to talk.
I actually had forgotten all about you, but after Vicki told me about you, I went through my old records and pulled your file. I only remembered you because you were one of the girls who gave me chocolate on Valentine's Day. And then I remembered that you cornered me one day and confessed the feelings that you had for me.
So you do remember. That's right. I told you all about how much I liked you, but you told me that we'd have to wait to be together. But now I'm all grown up and ready to be with you. Even though I might have dated some people in between now and then, I want you to know that I never forgot about you. It's so great to finally hear back from you. Can you please correct Vicki about all of this? You have to tell her that you proposed to me.
Natasha, please. I just told you that you didn't even have my personal phone number. You only had a work number. None of your messages were even getting to me. They were connecting to a phone in the office.
But, I mean, even if that's true, I still should have been calling you at your work, right? And you did actually propose to me, right?
Well, I've actually been promoted, so I don't even teach anymore. I work more for the administrative side of the school, so I don't even use the kind of phone that you were trying to contact me on in the first place.
But then, all the messages I was sending.
I really have no idea whose actual number you were given, but I'd imagine if you were texting with anyone, it'd be another teacher.
Hold on a second. You mean to tell me that this whole time I wasn't even actually talking to you? So then, when you said that you remembered me and you proposed to me, I thought I was talking to you, but you're telling me that I wasn't talking to you at all? Then who the heck was I talking to?
I wonder if it's the new professor we hired recently. Now that I think about it, he is in the office I used to have. And there have been some concerning rumors about how close he's been getting to students lately. So I guess there's a chance that he might have been pretending to be me this whole time if he thought it would get him closer to women. So thank you very much for sharing all of this information with me. This should serve as enough evidence to finally get rid of him.
But wait, what about me? You're telling me that this teacher lied to me? I was never ever talking to you in the first place?
Well, that does appear to be the long and short of it, really, so I do apologize for my staff. I will be sure to present him with this new evidence as soon as I'm back at the school from my honeymoon with Vicki. But we will make sure that he's dealt with appropriately, and if possible, we'll seek to have him fired.
No, that's not what I wanted to hear. That isn't going to be enough. I don't want any kind of apology from you. I want you to marry me. Please, you have to. I'm begging you.
Natasha, please just stop this. We were never even talking, and I had forgotten all about you.
Well, fine. If my message wasn't able to get to you the first time, then let me tell you again how much I love you. I loved you when I was your student, and I still love you now. Nothing has changed about those feelings that I have for you, so please don't leave me.
Natasha, you seem to think that I was just waiting for you to grow up, is that right?
Of course, that's what you told me. You told me that teachers and students shouldn't date, but I knew that you meant you just wanted me to be older. But now I am. I'm grown up and I'm ready to marry you just like you said.
Well, I guess I can see how you might have been able to misconstrue those words, but the fact of the matter is that I never had any feelings for you. I didn't want to be mean and shut you down or turn you away, but I realize now that I should have been clearer with my language. So let me take this opportunity to say that I don't like you, I have no romantic feelings for you, and I most certainly don't want to marry you. Now, I would greatly appreciate it if you could leave my wife alone and quit bothering her over what is nothing more than a miscommunication.
So you don't like me, and you don't want to marry me?
That's right. And to be honest, I don't think it's healthy for you to be so obsessed with a high school crush, especially one that you had on your teacher. In fact, do you remember all the trouble that you gave me when you were my student?
What do you mean? What trouble did I cause you?
Well, there were a lot of rumors that ended up flying around the school about me. They were saying that I was having inappropriate relationships with the students. When I finally managed to figure out the source of them all, it all had to do with the way that you would talk about me to other students. You put me in serious hot water with the administration, and I had to work hard to prove that I had nothing to do at all with what you were saying.
But I never meant to do that to you.
Well, you did. So I hope now you can realize that you made things quite difficult not only for Vicki, but for me as well. So please, before this gets any worse, can you just leave us alone and forget all about this silly crush? Anyways, we're going to go back to enjoying our honeymoon. Have a nice life, Natasha.
After that, Natasha finally left us alone in peace to enjoy the rest of our honeymoon. When Ricky got back, he talked to the problematic professor and he confessed to messaging Natasha because he thought that she was cute. He was fired shortly afterwards. Then, Ricky and I went to Natasha's parents' house and told them all about what Natasha had been doing to us. Her parents were furious and told her never to bother us again. I heard that afterwards, Natasha ended up packing all her belongings and moving far, far away. We never heard from her again.